So you may have noticed some particularly hardline Remainers still sulking about the referendum result, still sulking about Brexit, ever since and still today in 2022, have lost the plot to the point where all they seem to do now is take pot shots at Boris Johnson and basically slag off this country and completely delusional, basically. They seem unable to comprehend that this country is loved and admired across the world post-Brexit. And so they spend all their time on Twitter sort of slagging off the UK post-Brexit, slagging off Boris Johnson. I really do think, by the way, a lot of these people would benefit from putting down their phones and, you know, going to the gym, getting some exercise, going outside for a bit. But anyway, the most ridiculous example that we've seen of this recently was regarding Boris Johnson attending the NATO summit. Now, don't forget, when it comes to the UK leading the way and helping Ukraine and the brave Ukrainian people, we know already that those in Ukraine, from the poll, the research that was done, have a more favourable view of the UK and Boris Johnson than the EU and EU leaders. Indeed, there was another piece of research recently showing Ukrainians see Britain as their third closest ally after Poland and Lithuania, ahead of the US, with the French and Germans 7th and 5th from bottom, respectively. So as I say, the UK is admired and respected across the world. The research, of course, shows that, but these people have got it into their tiny minds post-Brexit that somehow this country is diminished. As I say, I do think they'd benefit from going outside and getting some fresh air. The most recent example of this was the NATO summit, where some of the reporting was just completely bonkers. There were claims that Boris Johnson had been snubbed at this NATO summit in Brussels because people were putting about tiny, short, selective clips. As the Sun's Harry Cole notes, not even fake news, just a straight up lie. So this supposed snub, here are some clips taken from a longer clip for context of what Boris Johnson was actually greeted with at this summit. So yeah, that's the apparent snub. Now, Alistair Stewart was one of those correcting people, saying, I'm guessing, generously, you missed the full clip. Now, Stefan Simonowitz was actually big enough to say, yes, very silly of me. I deleted it very soon after I posted it, but I should have done better research first. Not an excuse, but I had taken this narrative from a number of what I thought were reliable journalistic sources. You also had Danny Baker saying, I've seen all the awkward images of what he describes of our twit of a PM standing isolated at this and bought into it. But I'm now seeing that's not quite what happened. He says he dislikes the government intensely, but we can't just bend the news to suit our views if we complain it happens on the other side. Now, as I've said, the edit that I just played to you was taken from a wider clip, but shows you clearly the idea that Boris Johnson was snubbed at this summit is complete and utter rot. It's instances like this that I think show you why many are increasingly sceptical of mainstream media and why you should question the types of things you see on social media from some headbangers who, as I've said, are just absolutely determined to run down the Prime Minister, to run down this country at every opportunity. It's pathetic, it's childish, it's immature, and yeah, as I said, I think they'd benefit greatly from putting down their phones, putting down Twitter, and hitting the gym. As ever, guys, let me know what you make of all of this. I'll keep bringing you the very latest, so please do give this video a quick thumbs up, and of course, as ever, thanks for watching.